Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Are we good? Are we good? Hopefully, we're good. All right. So, we have a couple things to talk about tonight. Let me hide that. I got my glasses on. I got my kitty cat glasses on. Why? Because it's my birthday month. It's almost my birthday. And it's Gemini month. And a lot of Sagittariuses can relate to this style. So, for all you Sagittariuses watching, hello. Welcome to Amber Dawn Rising. If you're interested in my channel, please subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. All my returning subscribers, thanks for joining me. I appreciate all of you. So let's see who we have in here right now. We have Clo. Johan, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. Let me make sure I have all my settings correct here. Okay, cool. We do. Cool. It's good to see you, Johan. Mark of the Ark. Hello. Hello. Lucky Stone. It's good to see you, my friends. Cool. I know you're a Sagittarius. I know you are. So you get my vibe. It's not my birthday, but it's going to be my birthday on the 13th. So next Tuesday, which I may or may not go live. Not sure. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, so hi, is there a laugh lurking before bed? That's cool. Cool. So I actually wore these glasses at Burning Man. The first and only time I went to Burning Man. We dressed up in all kinds of different costumes. And this one was, I was super pussy. And I had this big pimp hat. And the pimp hat had cat ears on the top, super big cat ears. And we were just wearing bikinis and we had capes on and stuff. It was really cool. And then my friend that I went with, she was super tits. And so she had a trucker's hat on with two big boobs on the top of her trucker's hat. And it was fun. And the cool thing was we were hanging out and we were riding through the playa. Hi, Susie Q. It's not my birthday yet. On Tuesday, it'll be my birthday, but thank you. Thank you. It's my birthday month. No, it's actually other people's birthday today, but today I'm going to stay over here because I don't want to go places where I'm not welcome because I have a strong personality and oh no. So I'm just going to stay over here. But I did let them know happy birthday and all that stuff. So no hate or anything, but I just know when my personality is a little bit too strong for certain personalities. If anybody wants to come up here, you don't have to show your face. You can come and chill with me. I'll send you a link on Facebook Messenger or through email. So if you do want to come up here, you can leave yourself super, discreet, and you don't have to come in or you don't have to show yourself. So yeah. So happy birthday to all of you Geminis. Oh, so to finish my story at Burning Man, her and I were riding on the playa. It was so fun. This was in 2006, long time ago. And I heard it's pretty much the last time that it was the vibe that it was back then. And so we were riding around and we came across a camp that was a superhero camp. So all these people had their superhero costumes on, and we took a bunch of pictures with them and drank shots with them, and it was so cool. So yeah, it was really cool that we found a superhero camp and we got to party with them for a while. So it was perfect. And we had a lot of different costumes too. I was a Cheshire cat. Um, and I didn't take shrooms, but the night that we went out, I think I was on E or something. And my friends were on shrooms, and I am really good with like dancing fluidity and stuff and just kind of messing with the lights. And they were just looking at me like so it was a good time. It was fun. Yeah, me and Sagittarius is like, even though we never really are super super close, we always relate to each other and we have a bond because we are very much alike. Even though we're opposites in the zodiac, we're very much alike. Like we're like ooh ooh, you know what I'm saying? So we like to get down. So yeah, so let me get a couple things out of the way before we move on. um I just wanted to say that I did a little poll and I was asking, should I go live or should I not go live? And I only had a couple people, like five, six people, do the poll. And there was one or two people that said no. And so when you tell me no, I do it. So if you ever want me to not do something, just tell me yes. Hi, Psycho Skywatcher. Nice to see you. Long time no see, man. So, yeah, so, like, I just kinda do that to involve everybody else, but when you tell me to not do something, I'm gonna do it. So, sorry, not sorry. So, yeah, I just, like I've definitely been catching a little bit of heat lately for no reason, which is complete bullshit, and the reason why I've caught in some heat is because I like lots of different people. Hopefully you can still see me when I'm looking stuff up. Because I am looking up something right now because I want to show you. It's kind of funny. I've lost a couple subscribers, and I'm pretty sure it's from these other channels who expect me to pick sides. And hi, Justice Jane. And I'm not picking sides. I'm almost 42. And I've never picked people's sides. The only time I pick somebody's side is if you're fucking with one of my best friends or you're fucking with me. Otherwise, I don't care about your drama. Okay. And some people expect me to pick sides. So I go to different people's channels because I like them. And I never talk shit about anybody because that's not my style. And people are liars, and saying I'm talking shit about certain people. And that is not true. Okay? I don't talk shit about people. If I do, it's because it's to my family who you'll never fucking hear about, or it's inside of my head. But I'm not gonna like go and talk shit and then go onto your panel. Give me a fucking break. No. So just to let everybody know, I'm not petty like that and I don't pick sides. If I like somebody, I like somebody. Sorry if you don't like it, and if you want me to pick a side, I'm 42. I'm not 6. So, let's get that out of the fucking way here. I know I've lost some. Hi, S. Lee, Susie Q. Um, so yeah, so I just want to let people know, like, I can go wherever the hell I want to go. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it and you can unsubscribe. I've already had like 4 people unsubscribe because they think that I should pick a side, and I don't. I'm not a traitor because I like people, and because I don't want to get involved in people's bullshit. So whoever has subscribed to me because you want me to pick a side, go fuck yourself, unsubscribe from me, and forget about me. Okay? Mark the arc. So, yeah, so that's it with that. I'm not gonna continue talking about that fucking bullshit, um, because that's ridiculous. Alright, what's next? My birthday, already talked about my birthday. That's on June 13th. I'm a June baby. I'm a Gemini, and we like to have fun and put our feelers out and everywhere, right? I can even show you my chart and show you kind of how to read it. If you are interested, I will read your chart here. You do have to give me your information. So if you're not comfortable with that, don't do that. But Justice Jane, I don't know if I said hello, but hello. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in that, all you need is the place you were born, the time you were born, and the date. And I can look it up just for shits and giggles, if you want. Otherwise, we don't have to do that because this channel isn't really for that, anyways. Tarot channel is more for that, but I can do it here if you want. Um, oh, so okay, yeah, I kept looking for the email, Clo, and I was like, I don't see an email. So, hi, Simple Jack Live. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you. Let me see if I can find it really quickly because I want to show you. This is pretty much sums it up what I've been going through for the past week. And I am not going to be going on anybody else's panels anymore because if I hold on, let me find this because I don't even know if you guys can still see me when I'm looking stuff up. So let me go to my channel because I put this on private just so that I had it like clipped and everything. But I'm glad I lost subscribers because obviously those subscribers want me to pick a side or want me to keep my mouth shut. And if I will keep my mouth shut, but if you come for me, bitch, I'm coming for you. So don't fuck with me, especially when I didn't do anything wrong. It's absolute fucking bullshit. I'm a grown ass woman and there's no reason to force me to pick a side. Okay, so I have it here. That was weird. What was that sound? Thing moved in here. Oh, I got it. Well, hold on. I have to pause this, and then I'll show you the so this is basically what people have been doing to me, and I'm a Gemini, keep that in mind. So watch this. I think it's hilarious. I like some of these TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so I go on YouTube and I look up like TikTok funny memes for Geminis. And I'm also a Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. Don't forget that. I have a stinger. I'm super cool until you fucking try to put your bullshit onto me and lie about me. If you're fucking, I own up to my shit. If I talk shit, I fucking own up to it. Okay. So just so everybody knows for the future, like I don't just hi Harley, it's good to see you. So I don't go and talk shit and then go on to certain panels that supposedly I'm talking shit about. That's just fucking not my style. That's bitch shit. I was raised on it like in the hood around gangsters, and that is like a no-no. You don't fucking go and talk shit and blah 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 blah. You get your ass whooped for that shit. Okay. I learned that when I was a little kid and I have integrity. I won't do that. If I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you, or I just don't say anything to you. That's how it is. So this is kind of what this is funny. I think it's hilarious. Um, this is kind of what's happened when I went on panels and then people decided to start talking shit about me in the chat. So here we go. I think this is hilarious.
Here he goes again. Two-faced bitch. So who are we talking to today?
What?
Uh-oh, we angered it. So dramatic. Didn't take long to annoy you.
I didn't do anything.
Whoa, whoa, no one's even attacking you. Why are you getting so defensive, huh? I don't like the way you just looked at me. Pick a personality, you trash. Wow, so you're like literally crazy, aren't you? This is why no one likes you.
What kind of fuckery is this?
Did anybody miss it in the back? Should I replay it? What kind of fuckery is this? Oh man. It's because I got a fucking personality. So people are threatened. Oh no. Amber has a personality. She doesn't agree with everything everybody says. Oh no, she must be a cunt bitch. Oh. All right. So moving on from that. I just thought that was a funny ass video. And in fact, you know what? I'm gonna play it one time for the one more time for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the back. All right. And then we'll move on. Today was the owner of the company's birthday. Cool. Happy birthday. Lady Spellbreaker, for sure. It's like, oh no, they have an opinion and they're catching vibes. Oh, better ignore those vibes. That's like the majority of people. Let's just ignore the vibes we're feeling and just keep letting them put bad vibes out. No, sorry, that's not me. By the way, let me just repeat myself. If you're here from other channels and you expect me to pick a side, I usually don't bring up names, but I'm going to bring up names, okay? I like Dolly, okay? I've always liked Dolly. I've been watching Dolly a lot longer than I've been participating on his lives, okay? I like Dolly. I think he's fucking rad. Never talked bad shit about him ever. I like him. Who else do I like? I like Stoned. I think he's a great person. Him and his wife are very sweet. Guess who else I like? I like Miss Anne. And whoever's talking shit about Miss Anne, she has cancer. Get some fucking class. Why are you talking shit about somebody with cancer? Don't get it, but do your thing, boo. So, sorry I like these people, but I like them all. And people are expecting me to choose sides. And so instead of choosing sides, I'll go in and I'll listen to them for now on. And maybe I'll say hi in chat, but I will not go on fucking panels. So, yeah, for everybody who's leaving, go ahead and unsubscribe because you're not welcome here anymore. All right, one more time for the people in the back. Remember, I'm a Gemini and this is how people have been treating me. It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. And then we'll move on. I know I said we're going to move on already, but we will after this.
Here he goes again. Two-faced bitch. So who are we talking to today? What? Uh-oh, we angered it. So dramatic. Didn't take long to annoy you. I didn't do anything. Whoa, whoa, no one's even attacking you. Why are you getting so defensive, huh? I don't like the way you just looked at me. Pick a personality, you trash. Wow, so you're like literally crazy, aren't you? This is why no one likes you.
What kind of fuckery is this?
I love that. What kind of fuckery is this? Okay, enough of that. I'm just saying, I like a lot of people and I'm allowed to like a lot of people. If you don't like it, well, go fuck yourself. And if you want to lie about me, trust me, I will speak up for myself. I don't just let people lie about me. So, sorry, not sorry. Okay. So, moving on to more positive things. We're over that. I got over my venting thing and we're going to move on. Now I should probably take these off and be a normal person. I had to put my cat eyes on because that was my feistiness coming out. Lady Spellbreaker said, my progress Mercury is in Gemini. I completely understand what is happening now. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So All right, moving on to a little bit more cool things, more, real things because the YouTube space is just it is what it is. So, um I had a friend ask me like, "Why do you find yourself going to Hi Josie?" They asked me, "Ask yourself why you find yourself going back to these channels and stuff." And the reason why is because I just would like to talk and hang out. And I don't really have I choose not to have very many friends because I've been screwed over so many times. Um, and so I choose there's this one meme I saw and it said, "I have trust issues because everybody is a fucking liar." So it not everybody, I'm not saying everybody, but you know how yeah, I know you guys know what I'm saying. So it's really hard for me to open myself up because I do have a big heart and I care about a lot of people and I don't take sides unless you fuck with me. And then I take my side. And I just don't think that like I want to involve myself in extracurricular activities when I'm getting hate for no reason. It's just not cool. Hi, Michelle. Hi, baby girl. And so yeah, so I'm kind of a loner. And the reason why I go to other channels is because I want to talk. I like true crime. I like talking about that. I like talking about conspiracies, spirituality, tarot, astrology. I like talking about everything. I'm a Gemini. That's what we do. So um that's why I like to go to different channels, but unfortunately, these channels that I go to don't like each other. And then the people that go to those channels are put in the middle and then they're made a villain just because they like the different party, which I think is not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. And so okay, so I saw this Instagram today and I tried to find it. I love you too, Michelle. Mwah. I tried to find this Instagram so I could record it and show you, but I couldn't find it. Um, so what he was doing was he had a sign and a blindfold. So he had a blindfold on so people were more comfortable knowing that they couldn't see him or he couldn't see them. And that he was holding up a sign saying, "If you have anxiety or depression and you want to give me a hug, come give me a hug." And people were coming up and giving him a hug. And, it was just so sweet, and it was cool seeing that blindfold on him because he was just hugging them. He didn't know what they looked like, nothing. And they just were giving him love, because clearly people need more love. They need more hugs, more understanding, but we're in a time right now where people are just so angry and bitter and they don't understand unity or compassion and it sucks and a lot of people really need that right now. And there was another sign that he was holding up saying, "If you have lost somebody and you still miss them very much, give me a hug." And people were giving him a hug, and he just had all these signs like, "If you lost somebody in war and you miss them, please give me a hug." It was so sweet and I wanted to show you guys that, but I couldn't find it. So I thought that that was just like, if anybody wants to come up and talk, you don't have to show your face. So if you want the link, let me know. You're more than welcome to come and talk with me. I love to talk with people. It kind of helps me actually remember stuff instead of like talking by myself. It's like having a conversation by yourself, but when you have somebody else there, it kind of is easier to bounce off ideas off each other. So I just thought that that was really special, that he was brave enough to do that. I wouldn't be brave enough to do that, especially blindfolded. I'd be paranoid the whole time thinking someone's going to try to take me away. So I thought that was really special that he did that. So for all of you who suffer from anxiety, depression, for all of you who have lost somebody to death, for all of you who are just struggling, here's a big virtual hug. Big ol' hug. I understand what you're going through, and just know that you're loved and you have protection, and you'll see these people again, and you'll get through this pain. So I just wanted to put that out there. Um, and so another thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is I know Canada has a lot of fires going on. I believe it's on the east coast of Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Thank you, Mark, the Ark. Hi, I don't even know how to say your name. Here, I'll put it up on the screen. I adore your love for nature, people, animals, plants, and you have a killer backyard. Thank you. You saw my video. Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Awesome. PTSD Awareness Month. See, I didn't even know that. So it's PTSD Awareness Month. Many of us completely isolate from people. Yeah, definitely. So, there are people here that understand your pain, understand your rage, and we're going through a lot of the same stuff. I don't suffer from anxiety as much, but I have anxiety and depression, and I do take a low dose of anxiety medicine, and that saved my life. I was always against medicine. I don't like taking medicine at all. I'd rather do everything naturally, but it got to a point where I didn't want to live anymore. I already know how I would off myself if I chose to. And that was where I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I have to find help. And there's a long story to that. But, eventually I found a doctor who just said, hey, try this medicine. Just start really low, 25 mil. And then if that doesn't work, go up a little bit each time and see what helps. And luckily, this medicine helped for me. And so I'm really grateful for it. Not only that, but of course, meditation has helped for me. And learning different techniques, doing certain things, writing things down. There's a lot of different ways to help you to understand where your thoughts and feelings are coming from so that you can understand it's normal. I think a lot of people that suffer from anxiety and depression feel guilty for feeling that way. And once you learn that it's not something you should feel guilty for, it's something that a lot of people suffer from, and there's reasons for it. And when you figure out the reasons why, it's much easier to accept, and so there's a lot of different ways. So go find yourself help, just put it out into the universe. I'm going to find the help that I need, and you will, because that's what I did. I was starting to put out because I was meditating a lot and it was just getting worse and worse. And I put it out into the universe like, okay, like I can't handle this anymore. So I need some intervention here, and I got it. So if you ask, it will come. I have complex PTSD, so I can't handle much stimulation, especially since I quit smoking, Mary Jane. I need a lot of time alone to process so much. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And and sometimes Mary Jane can make it worse. Like I used to smoke it all day, every day, lots, and I stopped and I have a couple cocktails every day, which helps me. Um and plus I like to have a little buzz. I just, I can't lie. I like to have a little buzz, and I have a couple cocktails, and I smoke Mary Jane at night before bed cuz it helps me sleep. But I notice that during the day when I smoke, I just get more anxiety. So it's not really, it's kind of counterproductive at that point. So I appreciate all of you guys for joining me. But yeah, so I didn't know that it was PTSD month and all of that. And so like I understand the hardship and the pain that goes with that. I do. I really do. Um Breath work, meditation, and yoga is helping as I make changes, but I still barely leave my home. I thank you for creating the space. Absolutely, you're welcome. And I'm the same way. I don't leave my house either, and there's a lot of crazy people out there. And so it makes it more difficult too in that aspect because, it's dangerous sometimes. And I know for some reason people are attracted to me in good ways, and then there's some people that are attracted to me in bad ways. So some people just love me and they want to get to know me and they want to talk, but then there's this few who come to me and they want to start shit. And I don't know what it is. Maybe because I'm a Gemini. I don't know. I don't know what it is about me, but there's some people that just want to try and trigger me. And it works because I don't take shit. If somebody comes and triggers me, it becomes like, okay, you want to go? Let's go. Like it's really hard for me to walk away. So, of course, that's something that I'm working on. But I've always been like that. Well, I would say not always. When I was young, people used to, like friends and stuff would, not all of them, but some people would try to put me down, try to make me feel less than. And I used to take it until finally I learned to fight back. And then they would stop fucking with me. So now that's kind of my defense mechanism, is to fight back. And so that's just kind of like how I am now, which isn't always a good thing. So there's this, learn to fight your battles and what battles to fight and stuff like that. Like there's always that balance, right? I tend to stick with the indica. The sativa strains tend to induce my anxiety. So some sativas for me induce anxiety for me too. So it really depends on the strain, like you said. Indica does definitely trigger my anxiety, but I like to smoke it at night because for some reason at night it doesn't trigger it. So I don't know. Yes, mental health awareness. May, June is PTSD awareness month. People have no clue what it's truly like to know. Hold on, let me. No, not want to leave your home. I was never like this before my daughter Kayla left this world. That's interesting. My cousin's name is Kayla, and I'm so sorry for your loss. That is probably a big reason why you're going through what you're going through, obviously. And it's really sad, and I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I have a cousin named Kayla, and she was going through like this hard time. She's much younger than me, and she was going through this identity crisis of not knowing if she was gay, straight, trans, and she actually changed her name to Harper, which is kind of a gender neutral name. And she's doing better now, but I still worry for her. She's dating a boy, even though she came out gay. So I'm just kind of like still worried for her because, there's still some kind of something that's not quite, but thankfully she's, doing okay right now. But yeah, so as far as the fires. So I did want to just kind of take a few moments. So there's fires in Canada and New York, and a couple different states here in the States are getting smoked out basically. So my city gets smoked out every year by California fires. So I understand like how it really affects your lungs, and it's scary, especially if you're in Canada and you have fires surrounding you. It's scary, and they're gonna handle it. The fires are gonna go down. They will. So I just wanted to take 2 minutes of you guys and me. We will just focus on rain and the fires being sizzled out. Okay. So I will let you know when we start. Just focus on rain coming into Canada and fizzling out the fires. And I'll put this music on. And I'll just take myself off the screen for a little bit, but just do that just for 2 minutes for me. Please stick with me. Let's do this for them. So this is for Canada. In 2 minutes, focus on rain and the fires sizzling out, okay? Timing is starting now. Focus your hands like your hands are clouds. And the rain is coming through your hands onto Canada's fires. Cool. Cool. So just every once in a while throughout the day, like envision that happening. And if this ever happens in your area, just do that. I had a friend who was a snowboarder and he was like, hey, wish for snow so we can go snowboarding. And I did, and it snowed. So it works. And hi, Cajun. It's good to see you. So yes, definitely so that, we can go back to life. Like school just got out, let the kids be free, let people breathe good oxygen. Yes. So all love and light for Canada right now and the fires and all the animals. Yes, we need to wash away that. So cool. Okay, so I thought this was kind of funny. How long are we on? Okay, 37 minutes. All right. Like I said, if anybody wants to come up and hang out with me, you're more than welcome. We can talk about whatever and vibe off each other. Just let me know. I don't know if I missed anyone saying they wanted to, but if you do want to come up, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. It is unfair. It's not fair, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the people who run the channels because I have things to offer and I have knowledge, and now I can't go there because I don't want to be attacked by random people, even if it's just a couple people here and there. I don't deserve to be attacked and having to defend myself over something that I didn't even do. So I choose to stay in our neighborhood over here and hang out with my people who know me and understand me, and whoever wants to kick it and stay here with me, you're all welcome, obviously. So, it's a shame because, these people are missing out on more good energy and more good people because there's certain people that want to lie, and that's just not fair. It's not fair to me or to other people who are being told they're, traitors is what I was called. You're a traitor. Okay. I'm not a traitor. So how about I just mute? It is a part of nature. The only thing is they're saying that it might be arson, which obviously isn't a part of nature. So, but I understand that part of that for sure. And, I think that people are really freaked out over in New York and stuff because there's so much smoke and maybe they're not used to it. But if people lived where I live, they'd know like this is like a regular thing because I'm right next to California. And where I live is like a bowl. So all the smoke comes into the bowl and it's just stagnant smoke. And it's so horrible. It's disgusting. But just I hope that people over there understand, like you just said, like it's part of nature. It's what happens. And I've survived all of these years where I live, and we go through it every year. And I know there's people, with lung conditions and stuff. So it's not always the best for them, but they're going to be okay. They'll be okay. Humans are, let's see. I be my own club. I don't need to be in your club. That's for sure. That's for sure. Fires are happening on the fault lines. Earth is moving around finally. Yeah, I've been getting dizzy spells lately. Um, so that's been interesting because I've never really had dizzy spells before. Um, and I've gotten them twice in the past couple months. So there's definitely shifts happening. 100%. Humans are here, let me see. Humans are a big part of the problem with campfires and accidental fires. East Coast will have deeper understanding now for West Coast fires. True. True. Yeah, because it tends to happen a lot over here, so yeah. And smoking cigarettes, just being more vigilant on actually like spit on your cigarette, make sure it's way out. If you're away from campfires where you can put the butt in or ashtrays, like make sure to like even like I was driving from LA back to Reno and I had a cigarette in the car and I didn't want to flick it out because that's all desert from California or LA to where I live. And so I like spit in a piece of tissue paper in the car and I put it out in the car and I just kept it in the car until there was a trash can I could throw it out in. Hey, Alexander. People don't care until it happens to them. That's true. It's true. It's true. It's like the empathy doesn't really happen until you actually go through it for the most part. There's a lot of people that have feelings and stuff already, but yeah. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Imagine if people spent as much time regenerating and planting real seeds in the earth as they spend on social media. And that's true. Yeah, yes. That's so true. Like I spend way too much time worrying about what's going on social media. And that's another reason why I chose to kind of like stay in my zone or stay with people who appreciate me. Like I'll go on panels if I know people like appreciate me. But if I have random people in their chat coming at me, I'm not going to go on the panel anymore. I'm just done. I'm done with that. Like I'll stay, hi, your highness. I'm just going to stay in my own zone and stick with my people, who understand where I'm coming from, because I do feel energy. And sometimes if I feel a really negative energy on someone, sometimes my mouth just fucking opens up and I'm like, I don't know what it is about you, and that's not really appropriate on other people's panels, but sometimes it just happens. And I'm like, oops, that just came out of my mouth. Let's see. Michelle said, much love and blessings, Alexander. Lady Spellbreaker said, boom. Is Kimba in here? Hi, Kimba. It's good to see you. Cheers and blessings, Alex said. Alex, you're more than welcome coming up here. You don't have to, though. Have you had success with that elderberry? So, okay, elderberry did say something and I passed it on accident. I'll go to elderberries in 1 second. I wanted to reply to this. So anyone quit smoking cigarettes 6 months ago? You quit smoking cigarettes after 30 years. I feel so much better already. Yeah. I smoked for I can't really do the math right now. I'd say I'd smoked for like on and off for like 20 years or so. And on and off, and then I quit smoking for about 10 to 12 years. And then my dog died, who was my baby. And I'll show you a picture actually. But he was my baby. And I started smoking again. And it's been 3 years and I'm still smoking. And I want to quit. It's time. I keep trying to get my mom to quit so that we can do it together. It's a lot easier when you don't have people in your house smoking. But yeah, like I had so much more energy when I wasn't smoking and I just felt better about myself. Your mouth tastes better. You don't have that horrible morning breath and you don't like have all that cigarette smell in your clothes and all of that. It's just a nasty habit and it's a really hard habit to quit. So congratulations that you quit. And then Elderberry said, "Do you want to ask the universe to speak the four winds to bring rain to the forest fires and surrounding areas with rain?" Sure. So, how do we do that? Let's ask the four winds. So, I'm assuming it would be from the four winds of the earth. So, from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Allow those four winds to go into the forest fires and cause a little wind tornado to suffocate it, is what I'm imagining with my third eye. So if that's correct, Elderberry, let me know and we can focus on that as well. Food tastes better. My spirit guides were getting mad at me for not listening. So I'm missing. Where's Kimba? I don't even see her in here. Am I? Is Kimba your highness? I quit smoking cigarettes 1 year ago. Mary Jane, 45 days ago. Nice. Good job. My lungs feel so much better. That's good. Elderberry says hello, brother, to Alex. Elderberry helps my throat, so like elderberry tea. Josie says, "Hi, Alex. Love you." Let's see. Lady Spellbreaker says, "Thanks, Kimba. I shocked myself and my whole family. My spirit guides told me I need to be clear headed and are very firm with me not smoking." Absolutely. It blocks my psychic abilities, intuition, and dreams. Yeah, I could see that. Um, I don't know what to call you, so I'll just put this up here. They say, "Thank you, Johan." It was kind of easy, actually. I still do crave them from time to time. Yeah, that's natural. I did when I quit smoking for all those years. I craved them as well. Well, also remember like to take your vitamin C. Um, like if you're quitting smoking, take your vitamin C because your body is low on that, and drink lots of water. Instead of eating, drink lots of water. That'll help with that too. And obviously, as you know, chew on like toothpicks or have something that'll help, like chew on a stick if you have to. Cajun. Oh, you're funny. Kimba is your highness. Okay, cool. I think the oils work best with CBD, THC. Yeah, oils are good. If you're still willing to intake the, THC and stuff, that's instead of smoking it. Let's see. Your Highness says, "Now see, for me, smoking marijuana enhances my abilities because my energy is very high. It keeps me at an even flow state. I can think much better, but that's just me." Hi, Slicey Slicer. Oh, thanks. I made this years ago. I haven't taken it out. There's citrine on here, there's amethyst on here, and there's rose quartz. So this is a full shabam right here. I used to wear it when I was working all the time because I worked at Costco at the time, and all that energy was giving me such horrible anxiety. So I made this to kind of help me to remember to stay in the love and, know that everything is divine. So, Lady Spellbreaker says, I still use oils. I don't use smoke. I use magnesium citrate and L-theanine to relax my body and breathe breath work because my energy is also so high. Yeah. And then I'll just put Harley up here. And now see for me smoking marijuana. Yeah. So I feel like my abilities are always enhanced. It doesn't really matter if I'm sober or not. I think that right now it's interesting because I feel like I'm more sensitive, and because I'm more sensitive to energies, I feel like sometimes I just can't control what comes out of my mouth. Like if I really like someone, I'm like, "Oh my god, I really like you." And if I don't like somebody, I'm like, "I don't like you." Like it's like for right now, there's something going on in the energy where it's like hard for me to um stay in my lane, I guess, like Slicey Slicer says, neat. I've been meaning to make my own. Yeah, they're easy. Yeah, they're easy. Just got to buy some. You can get stones online that have holes in them. This is just beaded, so it's super easy. But you just need the tools, the pliers, and all that stuff so that you can squish I don't know if I can show you on here. We take the proper vitamins and minerals, do breath work. Here, let me put this on here. If we take the proper vitamins and minerals, do breath work, meditations, yoga, and reduce stimulation, it's healing and relaxing. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because it reminds me, I was watching one of your videos. Don't forget to go to Lady Spellbreaker's channel and subscribe if you're interested in spiritual talking. She does talk about spirituality and also reads, um, she reads oracle cards. So yeah, so with this, so you have to buy all the stuff. Let's see. So you have to buy the clamps, and then there's this clamp underneath this circle here that keeps everything intact so it doesn't fall off. So you have to buy, the little pincher things that actually squeeze and tighten it onto the string. This is just string. You can't see it because I made it kind of tight, but there's like a little string in there, obviously. And yeah, you just clamp everything up and you're ready to go. And then obviously sage them and cleanse them. I like to clean them under water for a while just to make sure all the old energy is off. Another good way to cleanse stones before you make necklaces is burying them. So it depends on what kind of stone you have. You don't want to like bury, I don't know if I have a rock around here. So like, for example, say this was a tiny little stone that you wanted to make a necklace out of. You don't want to bury that in dirt because all of these crystals and stuff have so many crevices, the dirt's going to get stuck in there. So you don't want to do that. So what you can do is put it in a bowl of salt and cover it in salt. Salt's really, really powerful. So you don't want to do it for too long because it can totally wipe out the memory in the crystal. So you only want to do it for, a couple hours, maybe a day for that. But this kind of stuff you can put into dirt and you can leave it in there for a week or two and it goes back to the vibe of Mother Earth. So because all of this has been processed by many hands, right? So a lot of people have touched this since it's been dug out in the earth. And so you want to cleanse all of that energy off there so you can bury it in dirt, or you can put it in a pouch and you can put it into the river. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put this back on. You can put it into the river and it'll cleanse that way. So that's what I did with a lot of my stones is I put it into a pouch. I used to live by the river and I used to meditate a lot over by the river. And so I knew it would be safe. I just attached it to a really heavy rock and I put the string of the bag, the pouch, through a stick and I put it in the ground and I just let the river do its thing and cleanse it. So that was really, just things like that. You just want to make sure you cleanse it, because a lot of people touch these after they're taken out of the ground. Hi, the Wolf of Walnut. It's good to see you. Yeah, no, no, I know. And, it's like karma is a real thing. So when you're mean to people, or like not I'll say it this way. When people are mean to other people, or if they're lying about other people, like what's been kind of said about me a couple times, even though I do appreciate the people who have stuck up for me, because I know there have been people that have said, Amber doesn't talk shit about this person. What are you talking about? She talks about spirituality and her crystals and her tarot, you know but when people that are trying to make up lies and stuff, their karma is a real thing. And I just watched it, and I'm not going to say who, but you got to be careful like what you're saying. Like you have to make sure you're not just being negative and nasty, because you might break a leg, you know you might hurt yourself, because that's just karma. I've done it. I've hurt myself before. um there's been a few times where I hurt myself, like where I was out of line. I was like, there was one time where I was way too drunk, and we were all floating down the river. It was a bunch of coworkers, and this was years and years ago. And we were floating down the river, and we were having so much fun. And I was just drinking out of the bottle. Like I wasn't even like thinking about how much I was drinking. And we went and we ate at McDonald's. And this was when I ate meat. And we're in the McDonald's, and this person started talking to me about somebody who was a total jerk to everyone. And he used to call people bitches and pussies. And this was on morning crew. So the store wasn't open yet. And all of us were like stalkers, and we drove forklifts and stuff like that. And he was just a dick. He was just an angry drunk man. But when this girl at McDonald's started telling me I needed to let it go and to let him just talk shit, I was like, what the fuck? And so I was like releasing all this negative energy, like, fuck you. I'll never fucking let anybody talk shit to me. And I was being a drunk idiot, right? And then a couple weeks later, I hurt my arm really, really, really bad. And to this day, it still affects me. So, I mean, we could be sticking up for ourselves in a certain extent, but when you go a little when you let that negative energy control you, then there's probably going to be something coming back to kind of like sit you down, like, bitch, sit down, That's karma saying, sit the fuck down. So, yeah, so, of course I still stick up for myself and stuff, but I don't put as much energy. Like I'll say something once to let somebody know like, "Hey, you're out of line. You're fucking wrong." And that's it. I'm not going to expend any more energy on that, because that energy is going to start coming back on you. Lady Spellbreaker says, I go live maybe once or twice a week now. I'll do uploads with no chat and check comments once a week. Yeah, that's probably good. I check my comments every time I go live, just in case I miss something or my mods miss something, just so that I know. But typically, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't have like a whole lot of haters here. Thank goodness. That's why I like to keep my channel kind of small and intimate, because the people that are attracted here for a reason. We kind of all have similar ways of thinking, or even if we don't, we respect each other's beliefs. And, if there is somebody that goes and says, oh, this person's that, it's like, no, you're no blocked. Like we're not doing that. Um, Lady Spellbreaker said, I'm usually pretty nice, but when I have to stand up and speak up, people think I'm a real witch. Yeah, me too. It's like our energy is really strong. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say, I was saying this earlier. I was watching one of your videos, and this was maybe a week or two ago. And you were like, look, I do yoga on my spare time. And you were doing the plank, the side plank, and you were lifting up your arm and your leg. And that takes a lot of skill and strength. So bravo, good job. That's a really hard pose to do. And you held it and you were talking at the same time and you were on a live. So good job. That was good job. Johan says, you are 100% correct, Amber. It's about staying balanced. Yes. Yeah. And that's why, like, if I notice that I'm in an area around certain people where my balance is starting, like I'm not able to control myself anymore, then I just bounce out. You know, it's like if I can't stick up for myself without people thinking I'm some certain way, or if I can't control myself, then I gotta go, you know. It's like that emotional intelligence where it's like, do I stay or do I go? Probably go. Um, Mark the Ark says people are being seduced by the dark side. People are actually loving like the animals. I don't know what that means. People are actually loving like the animals. People are being seduced by the dark. Well, that's for sure. The first part, I understand what you're saying. People are being seduced by the dark side. Yeah. I hope people are loving animals. Animals deserve to be loved, you know. Dynamite comes in small packages. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. It's like, I'm a sweetheart, but dude, like if anybody comes and tells me I'm a liar or or they're lying about me or they're, you know, like no, I know who I am and I get very defensive, you know, and maybe I shouldn't be, but maybe I should be, you know. It's like, yeah. Negativity ruins a lot. Yes, it does. And, you know, if I'm in a situation where I feel negative, like if you're in a room with somebody that you just get a bad vibe off of, like what if you're catching a vibe like they're a rapist or they're a molester or they're a murderer, but they obviously you don't know that they are, but you're catching that vibe and you start to like I don't like you, get away from me, like that means it's time to go, you know? 'Cause they'll never admit that they're that. They're the you know, they'll never be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a total rapist. I raped, like, 5 girls last week." Yeah, they'll never admit that, but your intuition is telling you there's something wrong. Whether you know what they have done or not, there's something wrong, and that's why we have intuition and feelings, right? So that's why we have to be, aware enough to leave, you know? Yeah, coming on at night, like, even at night, I feel like at night is sometimes even worse. That's when people they've had a couple cocktails, they're tired, then there's goes off a little bit more at night, but, um, yeah, it does take I've been doing, a lot of because I used to do yoga regularly, and then I stopped for a while and just started training, you know, how I normally train. And I started feeling like, okay, like I need to start doing more yoga, obviously, because you got to stretch your body and get into that mental frame, breathe and all that, and then release those emotions from your muscles, you know. And so I've been doing my yoga again. I have, so I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that. See that circle right there? That's a big ass cyst in my wrist. And it's because I used to do a lot of push ups and I used to work out really hard. And because I was a personal trainer for many, many, many years. And so now I can't do planks. And, you know, you could do them on your fists, but it still puts pressure on it. And so I can't really I have to do, you know, on my elbow. At least I can do it on my elbow instead of my wrist. Emotional intelligence. Yes. Yeah. And even if, you know, we slip up sometimes, just as long as we know, okay, it's time to go. You know, there's been a few times where I've done a live and I'm like, this person, blah, blah, blah. And it's not the best look, but sometimes you just got to get it out and then put that bitch on private. You know what I mean? But it's like sometimes we got to get it out. Like sometimes we have to stick up for ourselves because who else is going to do it? No one. So, yeah. I get things done saying I can, not I can't or I don't have time. It all starts with belief in self. Yep. So if we have like some people have a tendency of being like, well, I can't do this or I can't do that or I suck or I'm too fat or I'm too skinny or whatever. And when you start to figure or hear that in your head, it's good to be like, no, actually, I can do this and I'm not too fat. I can still walk, I can still move my body, and I'm still here living and I appreciate my body. It's like it's hard and it takes a long time. It took me about 5 or 6 years to like retrain my mind because I used to always be like that person sucks, that person sucks, I suck. It was always this and this. And I started to get tired of that. I'm like, "Oh my god, I sound like a diva." I just got sick of myself. And so I started learning how to retrain my mind. It took me 5 or 6 years to finally learn how to, think differently. And it's just like that, "No, actually, I love you." Or if I don't love you, well, I think it's like, okay, well, inside you're saying, "Well, I hate you," to this person. And it's like, "No, actually, I just dislike them and I choose not to be around them, but I wish the best for them." Put something positive within that sentence. Let's see. John says, "I would like to see some more hula hoop videos." I haven't done hula hoop for years. I probably wouldn't even be able to anymore because my wrist, like my body, I just throw it. I used to overtrain so much in the gym. Like I would train so hard. And now it's like when I do any kind of movements, I throw my back out or my shoulder out and my hip out. And I'm just like, damn, I'm getting old. um, yeah, I don't hate you. I just don't like you. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. I wish for everyone and even myself. I'm sorry. I wish the best for everyone, even myself. Yes. Yeah, I didn't do weighted hula hoops. I did like Lady Spellbreaker said I need to do more weighted hula hoops. Thanks for the reminder. I've been working too hard in the yard. Yeah, weighted is super good exercise. Um I did more tricks. Like I would do the twins or like the double hoops and try to make shapes. And, I did the one hula hoop and played with that and let it go up and down my body. And I was practicing with quad hoops, so 4 hula hoops, and do all these tricks with those. It was so much fun. Like I miss it. Stretch. We need to stretch. Yes. So yeah, I do miss doing hula hoops. I have some videos, like pretty much the first maybe 5 videos were me practicing doing hula hoops. So I was getting better and then I just stopped because I just was kind of throwing stuff out. But I kind of want to try again. I think the thing is too is I used to do it for hours and hours every day. That's not good. That's like overtraining, right? If you're practicing something for 5 hours a day, probably not the best thing. So maybe just like make sure I only do it for an hour or 30 minutes. And also getting the lighter weight hoops instead of the heavier ones, just so that like with the tricks and stuff, if you're always doing this stuff, it gets kind of, even if you're only lifting a really light hoop, it really starts to burn. But it's so much fun. Everyone have a blessed and beautiful journey. Make sure to give yourself as much time and care, attention and love as you gift to others, and remember to help yourself. Yes, 100%. So on that note, I think I'm going to just leave it there. I think that was a good ending. I'm going to read it one more time. Everyone have a blessed and beautiful journey. Make sure to give yourself as much time and care, attention and love as you give others, and remember to help yourself. That's a beautiful ending. We're going to end it here. I appreciate everybody for joining. If you forgot, please press the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. For all the haters, please unsubscribe. And we'll see you very, very soon. Much love. Mwah. Bye.